Country station, 95.5 WFMS. He says he spent time between the age of like 15 and 24 in and out of juvenile centers and then prison. And finally went back and visited, played some music for the people that were incarcerated there because he says he didn't want them to give up hope. He's changed his life around, sold out Bridgestone Arena recently. Yeah. And that's amazing.
Talking about Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
He, by the way, number one song. That's the number one song. And he posted on Facebook the other day how grateful he is for this. And then said, I'm writing this with tears running down my cheek. How he didn't think country music would embrace him.
Sure.
And boy, has it ever done that.
He is super grateful.
We are missing one again. Jim was here for a brief moment. We sent him home.
He was here just like an hour ago.
Yeah, and said, Jim, you're not feeling well. And despite how important our job is, this isn't brain surgery.
Right.
We can do it without you for one more day.
He was feeling bad to miss again,
Yeah.
but if you're sick, you're sick. That's Justin Moore with A Woman You Love on 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
Love to share good news with you. Here's a couple of good news stories for you. A woman posted a letter a DoorDash driver left in her mailbox.
Okay.
Thanking her for a tip that she left on Christmas Eve for him.
Aw.
It was a $100 tip on a $60 order, so a sizable tip, obviously.
Sure.
He had been delivering food since losing his job last fall, and he wrote this letter just saying how much he truly appreciated that extra little tip.
That's
Certainly
generous.
during the holidays. A woman in Florida got her engagement ring back 20 years after it was flushed down the toilet.
What?
They even...
She do it because she's mad?
No, she, the old story, you drop it and it fell into the toilet. They even cleaned out the septic tank, hoping to find it. Could not find it. However, a plumber, this is 20 years ago, a plumber last month was replacing the toilet and found it.
Are you serious?
Cleaned it up and she's got it again.
How it hasn't been, flushed into toilet land, I don't know.
It was stuck in there somewhere. And the world record for the longest career at the same company is over 84 years. Yeah, your eyes got big on that one.
Oh, my gosh.
A guy in Brazil started working for a textile company when he was 15 years old. He's still there, and he's 100 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
That's some good news for you on this, was it a Wednesday, isn't it?
It is a Wednesday already.
612.
95.5 WFMS. That is Luke Combs and one number away.
625. Jimmy, he was here for a brief moment. We sent him back home. He's not.
He's here, he's gone.
Use him as a lesson for you. If you come to work not feeling well, especially if you have a fever,
stay home.
Don't go to work. Yeah, stay home.
Felt bad for him.
That's the idea.
He's really struggling.
Absolutely. Hey, this is Girl Scout cookie season.
Yeah.
Started selling them yesterday. By the way, there's a new cookie available this year. Have you heard about it?
No.
It's the Raspberry Rally.
Ooh.
And it is, quote, the sister to a Thin Mint.
With
That's what they call
raspberry in it?
Well, no, it looks like a Thin Mint, but there's raspberry instead. But they say it's the sister to Thin Mints. Now, we did a JDK flash poll this morning to ask what your favorite Girl Scout cookies are. Mm-hmm. And Rocky says Thin Mints from the freezer.
That is true.
I've never tried that.
Oh, my gosh, they're so good.
Really?
Yeah,
now, I'm going
in the freezer.
Probably make some folks a little angry. I'm not a fan of Thin Mints.
What?
I don't like Thin Mints. I am more like Heidi, who likes the shortbread cookies.
I do like those.
I love those. And Karen loves the peanut butter cookies, the oatmeal with peanut butter.
Do-si-do.
Is that what that's called? I don't know the official names for them.
And then the chocolate with the peanut butter is tag-along.
Okay, that was Gloria's favorite. Tag-alongs are her favorites.
I was a Girl Scout. I sold these.
Really?
Yeah.
Samoa's is
I
Paula's.
love Samoa's. But you have to like
what cookie don't you like?
You have to like coconut.
I don't like coconut.
Okay.
Yeah. So mine are the peanut butter just with the oatmeal cookie.
Do-si-do.
And then the peanut butter with the chocolate on it.
Tag along.
There you go. Those are my two favorites.
Are the shortbreads still called the trefoil?
Oh, you're the Girl Scout. I don't know.
I don't buy I always buy the Thin Mints. But I tell you what, you said earlier at the beginning of this conversation, it's Girl Scout cookie season, and I'm sitting there thinking, why isn't all year Girl Scout cookie season? Why do we have to have a season?
Well,
you eat cookies
not
all
being a
year.
Girl Scout, I didn't know the history of it. You being a Girl Scout probably do, but it originally started out as they made home cookies, homemade baked cookies. And maybe they just couldn't do it year-round. But yeah, it should be done year-round. Or maybe that would lose the luster, knowing you could buy a tag-along any time of the year.
I thought you could. I thought, well, maybe it's just
maybe the website.
During a certain time. But yeah, now if you don't have a girl that comes around and sells, now you can go to a website, put in your zip code address, and find where there are some that are selling in your area.
Because you want to
place an order.
Support your local ladies,
troop.
your local girls, your local troop. That's exactly right. But anyway, overwhelmingly so far on our JDK Flash poll, Thin Mints is leading by a wide margin.
Not going to surprise you, but I would win our competition when we sold our cookies.
I'm not surprised. You're a little competitive. Always have been.
A little bit.
628, another chance for us to say thank you to the men and women who serve our city and state. Details coming up in 12 minutes. Time for traffic, sponsored by Hubler Chevrolet at drivehubler.com.
It's still quiet this morning, so I think you're going to have an easy drive. We are reminding you about construction. That on-ramp that is closed on the north side, eastbound 465, you are not able to access at Allisonville Road. That's due to an long ongoing project, and we'll check things again in moments.
This report is sponsored.
The Country Station, 95.5 WFMS. That's Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean, If I Didn't Love You.
It was on Monday that we mentioned that it was Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And Deborah, you said some wise words, though, that day. You said, every day should be
every day.
Appreciation Day for law enforcement, men and women. And sad to report that an officer in Lawrence was shot last night trying to serve a warrant. He or she, I'm not sure if I know even what gender it was, but was shot in the leg.
Yep.
Has since been sent home, which is obviously good news. But it again causes us to pause in our busy day and just reflect and think how thankful we are that men and women have chosen to take that job on.
It's not for everybody.
It is not for everybody.
So many of us couldn't do that job.
No.
And so for some very brave individuals, and you're right. I mean, why? I'm glad that we do take the time to be intentional about honoring them on that day, but it should be a daily thing.
Yeah, and I think you said on Monday that if you know a police officer or somebody in law enforcement, Monday being Appreciation Day, send a quick note to them. But really, again, it should be every day.
Yeah, I love hearing the stories when you're out next to an officer or maybe two who are having a meal and someone pays for their meal and just says thank you. It's a small token of appreciation, or not even buying the meal. Say thank you.
And we certainly are thankful that the Lawrence police officer is home now from the hospital. But we do appreciate everything that law enforcement officials do each and every day for us.
The Country Station, 95.5 WFMS. That is Cole Swindell and Lainey Wilson. That's such a good song.
Yeah, who will join us here about 7:35 this morning. Time for my bad joke worth repeating. Mm-hmm. What did the Hershey bar, the marshmallow, and the graham cracker use to communicate?
To communicate?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
S'mores code.
We were talking about flying. That's Luke Combs on 95.5 WFMS, and he told me he's not a huge fan of it.
He doesn't like flying, no.
Yeah, not a huge fan. I mean, he'll do it because he has to for his job, but doesn't love it.
Beats, I guess, driving the bus. 7:26, time for National News Now. New country star is filled with gratitude. We'll tell you who that is in about 30 seconds. In an interview with Cowboys and Indians magazine, George Strait says he's planning to record a new album.
Ooh.
He's currently narrowing down the song choices, he said. He also said it's way too early to speculate when the release date is, but he does hint there will be a new album coming out soon. That'd be great. Leanne Rimes is off vocal rest and has been cleared to perform. She's added some new dates to her tour, and tickets will go on sale later this month. I checked her schedule. May 5th, she will be in Indiana. She'll be in Shipshewana, Indiana, performing, so...
And that was Leanne Rimes. Yeah, I just started following her blog.
Yeah, she struggled with that voice issue. Mm-hmm. Jelly Roll hit up Facebook to celebrate Son of a Sinner becoming his first #1 country hit. He says, I'm so filled with gratitude. He said, tears are streaming down my face as I write this post. We talked to him about a month or so ago. He said that he was really concerned that country music would accept him or not because... I mean, he doesn't look like the typical star.
Sure.
And, of course, we accepted him with open arms, and he is so thankful for that. So, anyway, good to hear from Jelly Roll that he has a #1 hit on his hands.
Love that.
Lainey Wilson will join us here in about 12 minutes. The bell-bottom girl. I hope she's okay with me calling her that.
95.5 WFMS. They say she's the Dolly of our generation. By the way, that was Miranda Lambert. I'm talking about Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
And I love that because she is outspoken but very sweet.
Uh-huh. Speaks her mind.
Yeah, speaks her mind, but very kind about it. Mm-hmm. And she's now known for her bell bottoms.
Well, and we got a chance to catch up with her not too long ago.
What's going on?
Now, were you from New York? Is that right?
That's right. Can you tell?
New Jersey. It's in Jersey,
Yeah. Right there on the border.
That's right. Where's home?
Louisiana. Northeast Louisiana.
Too, right?
That's it. Yeah. A little town of like 200 and some change. It's called Baskin. If you've ever heard of Monroe.
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
I'm from that area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where'd you get your fashion sense? Because I love it.
Girl, I love anything that's throwback. I've
Okay.
always been a sucker for bell bottoms. Even when I was a little girl, my mama bought me this blue leopard print pair of bells, and she at one point was like, "You got to take them off. We got to wash them." But I love it. I feel like things that are throwback come with a good story. And I mean, if you even like walk in my house, you'll see my daddy's old rodeo chaps and my mama's old china cabinet, and
Wow.
I just love that kind of stuff.
Didn't the statues here in Nashville get decorated with bell
They
bottoms?
sure did, and we found out this morning somebody stole 3 pairs of bell bottoms off those dang statues.
Are
So
you
we
kidding me?
coming to find you.
Oh, my goodness. So would you ever open a fashion store?
Absolutely. I have a website called bellbottomcountry.com, and it's kind of it's our merch store, but also I've got a few pairs of bell bottoms on there that we designed, and eventually I'd really like to launch it and do something. I mean, I'm really interested in all that kind of stuff.
I would love to know how many pairs of bell bottoms she
Yeah.
has, because she wears a different pair on stage. It seems like just about every night. Leopard print and solid colors, you name it.
She told us the other day that she started wearing the bell bottoms to get recognized.
Yeah.
And that was before she signed a record label.
Although her voice alone is
right,
recognizable.
But she was trying to stand out
Sure.
among all the other women. And, of course, then shortly thereafter, the record label, within 2 years, 2 ACM awards, 2 CMA awards.
Crazy.
She's on fire. as I
She
like
is
to say.
definitely popular and has a wonderful ability to sing, obviously. But then the popularity of her derriere has becoming the thing. It's all over TikTok. Go check it out. I guess it started when she started talking about her backside, and then the video for Things a Man Ought to Know is filmed from a side rear angle, and listeners or fans are saying it's an impressive view of her generous assets.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
I always get to the bottom of this kind of story. Where's my bell?
The country station, 95.5 WFMS. That is Zach Brown Band. I had a little bit of a momentary lapse in brain recognition.
All right.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
We don't know either.
Okay, so
I know. You're doing dirt right
thank
now.
you. I do know that. I
Okay.
knew where I was
Well, I
going.
do
I
know.
was just trying to remember. Okay, never mind.
I'm just starting a lifeline.
Jim, Deb, and Kevin, are you done? So I do want to tell you that some country star's wife is okay with revealing a little bit of skin. We'll share the story coming up in about 30 seconds. You may be surprised to hear why. First, Jason Aldean, Kane Brown, Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, a list of them, of some of the country stars who shared pics and clips of themselves celebrating the Georgia Bulldogs winning the national championship.
I knew Jason Aldean would be
Monday.
that list. He's a huge fan of the Bulldogs.
I want to say, doesn't he also have I think he also has an English Bulldog as a result of his being a fan.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Ron Gronkowski, otherwise known as the Gronk, does not like being touched by fans.
Don't touch me.
I wouldn't have thought he'd be this way, but everybody has their space issues. He says, I appreciate my fans loving me, love my fans. But when they start touching me, especially patting me on the back and things like that, he says, I don't vibe with that. He says, I like my space. Mm-hmm. And some people, Kevin, we all know, I can relate. You have boundaries that you set,
right.
Correct?
And you always break them.
Well, I mean, come on.
Or cross them.
I do like to see you
squirm.
Yes,
that's the word you've used.
Squirm's a great word, yes. Ben Affleck shot what is apparently a Super Bowl ad for Dunkin', where he actually works at a Boston drive-thru. Could you imagine if you were there that day and Ben Affleck is waiting on you? Now, Jennifer Lopez is in the ad, too.
Oh,
She appears as one of his customers, so that's interesting. John Party's wife, Summer, beautiful lady. She is due to give birth to the couple's first child in February, so that's coming up quick. She's loving it so much that she posted a nude pregnancy photo, and she wrote, the caption read, I will never get over how amazing this pregnancy experience has been. It's not for everyone. Some people,
I looked at the picture and
yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's very pretty, but it's like, I don't know why.
Is she showing a lot?
Well, she's covering up the parts that need to be covered up, but she's clearly pregnant.
Yeah.
Standing in a bathtub.
I didn't feel, I don't know, photo worthy when I was pregnant. I just felt swollen. That's the best way I can describe it. And we are.
I think you can be, in your words, photo worthy without taking your clothes off.
Well, that's true.
I don't know why she had to do that.
Well, personal opinion.
Yeah. Maybe it was really hot. I don't know.
You do sweat.
I know.
At one point, 8:31. That is Deb's Daily Dirt.
Congrats to Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Proud to be part of your morning routine. And now 2022 CMA Award winners.
It brightens my day.
95.5 WFMS.